Hello guys. So I got a new setup. I got a new webcam and a new mic, and here I am, trying to become a YouTuber of sorts and make a video. I've always wanted to do this, so I wanted to talk about a bunch of topics today. I wanted to go serious, and then I thought maybe I should go light, but then I remember I came across a video which I had a lot of opinions on, and I want to talk about that. So I came across this video. I think all of you know who this is. This is Sajjad. Very controversial figure over the years, never ending controversy surrounding her, and people just making this woman's life miserable. Yes, woman. Stop misgendering her. It's a woman, and you can disagree with that, but let's take a look at this video which I came across, which I thought was very interesting. So let's go.
Malaysia apa I dapat? Saya cakap dengan I. Kalau 2 juta you bagi I balik lah. Kalau 2 juta tak bagi, tak nak lah I balik, buat apa? I dah hancur dah selega-galanya I kat Malaysia.
Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, I'm not that familiar with her whereabouts. Last I heard she was in Thailand or something. I heard about some scandal surrounding her, some scam or something like that. I'm not very sure, don't quote me on that. But I don't think that she is in the country right now. So the whole 2 million ringgit to come back, I don't think that she's serious about that. She's obviously being sarcastic, but that did not stop the very intelligent people in the quote tweets from just absolutely tearing her apart based on that. I think it's just being sarcastic and saying that she wants 2 million to come back. She's obviously not serious about that. Let's keep going.
Itu. 2 juta buat main, boleh I balik. Kalau tak ada 2 juta, tak nak buat balik. Tak nak lah, buat apa? Kat sini I macam-macam dapat. So balik I untuk apa? Tu cakap dengan I. Cuba bagi tahu kenapa I kena balik. Kenapa you all nak suruh I balik sangat? Kalau I balik Malaysia, I tak boleh pakai baju yang macam ni tau. Yang terbelah-belah longkang bawah, longkang atas. I dah tak boleh pakai dah. Sebab kalau I pakai nanti segala apa bencana alam kat Malaysia tu, semuanya daripada I. Baiklah PU, ustaz, ustazah, lepas tu semualah menteri agama, lepas tu Jais, Jakim, semua ni antara semua kata bila Sajak pakai macam ni, kita ni dah bersubahat dengan orang dosa. Tengok sekarang Tuhan marah, air laut bergelora, angin bertiup kencang, ribut taufan, bumbung melayang, tanah bergolek, tanah tu retak, semua.
Okay, we get the point. So, this comment has been made by a multitude of people over the years, even like prominent ministers, if I'm not mistaken, blaming earthquakes, blaming natural disasters, like really heavy rain, floods, that's happening in Malaysia, and then blaming it on, trans people or gay people, and instead of acknowledging their own shortcomings in running the country or acknowledging the shortcomings in our infrastructure to deal with those kind of natural disasters, they pick this easy route out, hiding behind the guise of religion, hiding behind the guise of ideology, and they blame it on people like this for no absolute reason, just to push their own agenda. There are some people who I think they genuinely do believe in that, believe that these people are causing natural disasters, whilst others I think they're just doing it to rile people up, form a collective, form support, dividing the country further, for their own agenda, and they know what they're doing. I don't, maybe I'm giving them too much credit or giving them the benefit of the doubt, but they can't possibly believe that she is the cause of all these natural disasters happening. She's not exaggerating. This has happened. People have said these things about her. So you know I really can't tell if they are intelligent enough to use this as some sort of ploy, or they just actually believe that the LGBT community is responsible for these kind of natural disasters happening.
Puja sajat. Dah tak nak dah. Aku tak nak jadi mangsa benda macam tu semua. Kalau aku nak buat benda tak elok, biar aku kat sini je. Korang biarlah kat sana. Ni aku tak ada pun. Ibu Taufan pun ada. Banjir sana sini. Tak nak pula kau buat cakap macam tu.
Yeah, okay, so that's about it. And she has a point. She's not here right now, and yet we suffered one of the biggest floods to ever happen. And are they going to blame it on her that she caused an entire flood? It doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so I can hear the pain in her voice. This woman has been through enough over the years, and you know what, I applaud her because she, to live her own life in a way that she wants. She has suffered so much, persevered to actually live this life that she wants to. So like I don't think people would do that for attention or do that for fame. It's a lot of suffering being mixed into it. So I applaud her for that. But yeah, that's the thing. So I want to talk about why people are not very accepting towards this community of people. Okay, so we have actually accepted humans evolving in multiple ways. We have accepted that women can now work, they can now vote, they can have a kid and also be a successful career woman. And this, not very long ago, was considered something very taboo, very unusual, completely unacceptable just about, I don't know, like 50 years ago, 50, 60 years ago. And now it's changed. Okay, but that's more of like social evolution, I guess. So, okay, let's talk about the human anatomy. Okay, if you compare like girls and guys, okay, guys have bigger everything, bigger bodies, denser bone structure, they are everything is amplified for them. Okay, the average male is bigger than the average female. And why is that exactly? Like, why why what is the purpose of guys having that bigger body? Like, what are they going to do with that big bigger body, stronger body? Maybe like, I don't know, 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, when without automation, without computers, without robots, without the kind of engineering that we have now, the men needed to do the heavy lifting, needed to do the heavy work, which required them to have bigger, a bigger body, stronger body. Okay, and the women, on the other hand, they probably, I really don't have like a detailed explanation for the women's side, because it is very confusing to me why the biological burden of like reproduction is like put solely on them, and yet they don't have the same bodies that men do. So that is confusing to me. But let's just focus on the guys for now. Okay, so the guys have these bigger bodies back then, because they needed to use it. How about now? Let's say, okay, let's just take me for an example. I'm a medical student, and hopefully, if everything goes well, pass, hoping to become a doctor. And both a male doctor and a female doctor can perform the same job. So why does the man need to have a bigger body or bigger bone structure compared to the female doctor? Or let's just talk about people working in the office, or more like white collar jobs. Okay, what is the point of having those kind of bodies when you are doing work, sitting at a desk, being sedentary the whole day? Like, why do you need that kind of body? Okay, so people have been slowly, things have changed, right? What happened back then, it's not happening now. So I believe that in, like, I don't know, another 400-500 years, I feel like our bodies are going to start changing. I think that we are going to become smaller, because once automation has taken over, once robots have taken over all the heavy lifting for us, what's the point of us like having such huge bigger bodies? Like, there's no reason for that. So I believe that our bodies are going to change in like hundreds of years from now. So when we can accept that kind of change, like that kind of evolution, why is it so difficult to accept this kind of sexual evolution? Gender is a spectrum. There is a spectrum to gender. There are guys who are very feminine and are still straight, and there are girls who exhibit masculine characteristics and are also straight. They are soft guys, they are quote unquote manly guys, and the same applies for the girls. So there is a spectrum when it comes to gender. And why is it so difficult for people to accept that? When people can accept change in so many other ways, like, why is gender such a difficult thing to accept? I just don't get it. When it comes to Malaysia in particular, I feel like despite everything, compared to a lot of other countries, like, we are still, as bad as it is here, we are still making progress slowly. We could do a lot better. Like, why does it matter what other people's choice, like, who other people decide to love or have sex with? Why does it bother you so much? What does it have to do with you? It does not concern you. Let people live their lives. It's their life, not yours. You should be able to do what you want in life. One thing that I've learned over the years is that anything that you do that does not harm other people, it's fair game. Go ahead and do it. You have the choice. You should be able to do it. So how is Sajjad wearing what she is wearing right now, or identifying as a woman, hurting anybody else, or causing massive natural disasters? It's not, you know. And no, I don't want to get into all the religious aspects of this, no. But I think it does play a big role with the hate this community is getting. Religion, ideology, and just the stigma towards them, even like medical stigma. You know, people like consider gay people uh, to have a higher risk of HIV. Anybody can get HIV, you know. It's not just gay people. It's also another way to push their agenda, push their ideology onto other people by, you know, stigmatizing them as like, you know, HIV patients or something, or prone to STDs. Anybody can get HIV, anybody can get STDs. Even straight people can get STDs, not just gay people. And yeah, that's about it. That's all I have to say about this topic. I really hope we can reach a point in the future where, you know, people like Sajjad, or, you know, she's a famous character, okay, like let's not talk about her, because whenever someone speaks in support of her, all of a sudden people will be like, oh, this woman scammed this, scammed that. Okay, fine, you know, that does not, you know, illegitimize her concerns here, you know. Just because, you know, somebody has done something bad doesn't mean everything that they're saying is wrong. Doesn't mean that you can dismiss everything that they're saying. Even in the quote tweets of this particular, you know, tweet, I've seen like a lot of people saying that, oh, this Sajjad scammed people, blah 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 blah. Okay, fine, she did, or she did not, allegedly. But what does that like legitimize what she's saying? It's true, still true. Doesn't mean it's not true. So, you know, put aside your anger and, you know, your look at things objectively. You know, look at things for what they are, instead of, you know, going with the mob and hating on someone. Yeah, but yeah, again, I do hope we reach a point in the future when this community is accepted in Malaysia. And that's about it. First video. I hope to make more. Hope you guys like this video. Bye bye.